welcome back to my channel. My name is Austin Betha. If this is the first time here, you are most definitely welcome. Please do hit the subscribe button before you leave, and also give this video a very big thumbs up at the end if you enjoy watching it. Okay guys, I'm excited because of course it's obvious. All right, it's in fact, if you have not noticed it, then maybe we should go and get glasses together, because I'm about to get myself glasses. Anyways, that's not the point of this video. On today's episode of the Mercy and Ike show, guys, I must tell you, a lot was said. Things that got to me, things that made a lot of sense. But anyways, before I share my own personal opinions and all of that, let me just tell you guys what happened on today's episode, okay? Now, the first thing that opened to us today was in Ike's house. I don't know why I'm laughing. Let me just tell you people what happened. The first thing opened in Ike's house. He was in the sitting room, and then his cousin Pascal came in with a lady. I mentioned to you guys last week that Ike was having a conversation with Pascal and a lady, but I did not know who she was. So in my head, I thought I was going to figure out who that lady was today. But then as soon as they stepped into Ike's living room, sat down, and they started talking, Ike was like, oh, I found a ring and everything. And the lady was like, oh, should we be expecting a proposal soon? Never now took the light. Never now took the light. I'm like, okay, cool, better, relax, you got this covered. I turned on my gen. But then DSTV takes like 1 year to boot. Like, I don't understand. Anyways, I don't know what happened with that conversation. So if you watch that particular conversation, let me know in the comment section. In fact, today you need to gist me, because I don't understand. How can they be talking about proposal and my life just go off? How? Anyways, moving on from that, yeah, Ike and Mercy finally saw a therapist, and they talked about a whole lot of things. Now, I do not want to narrate to you guys what happened. I'm actually going to read out to you guys the conversations they had and just what they said to one another and all of that, just so that it's clear that I did not take anything from what they said, neither did I add to what they said, okay? Just so you know, they did not go to the doctor's office. They actually had a virtual call, because I mean, the virus is still out there and everybody's trying to be safe and all of that. And since they could afford to have it online, why not? Now, the doctor's name is Dr. Peter Ogunubi, and they had a very long conversation, right? Now, the question the doctor asked them was, first of all, you need to tell me what your concerns are, you need to tell me what challenges you guys are facing, and you also need to tell me your desired output. What do you want to achieve at the end of this meeting, at the end of this therapy? And then Mercy was the first person to actually speak. She mentioned that, yes, she's aware that they've had rough patches and all of that stuff. In her words, yes, she said, I know we've had rough patches, and I also know that what we have is real. So they're basically just looking for ways to make things work. She also mentioned to the doctor that up until now, the DP Ike is using on his phone, for Mercy, whenever Mercy calls him, the picture that pops up is Mercy's picture with Willie, and that she doesn't understand why he has that as his DP. Despite the number of pictures she has online, Ike has refused to take out the picture of she and Willie together as his DP. And in her words, she's like, I don't know if he's sad, I don't know if he hates me, does he want to kill me, doesn't he trust me? Like, she doesn't really understand why up until now he has refused to change the DP. Now for Ike, he mentioned that trust is actually key for him. He wants a situation where when Mercy tells him A, that A is A. In his words, I don't want Mercy's A to be A minus or A plus. And I'm like, okay, now there's A plus and A minus, so what A are you? When you say A, what does your A mean? Because my own means A times 10 times 20. Now, it was at this point the doctor had to advise them as a professional. In his words, he said, some people believe that your relationship would work, while some people actually think that it would not last. But I'm happy that you have taken the first step. The first thing I actually want you to do is focus on your lives. Happiness is a personal choice, and that's the very first ingredient. Shut up the third voice. Look at your partner and fix it. And in my mind, I'm like, this is all they needed to hear. Because again, the problem Mercy and Ike are having is that they keep listening to what people are saying. Oh, Mercy is this, oh, Ike is doing this. And every single time they hear these things, they let it get into their head and kind of tampers with whatever it is that they had in their minds before. So it's like, oh, I'm trying to juggle between what I feel for you and what people think. And I'm so happy that the doctor made it clear to them that the third voice does not really matter. What matters is what both of them want in the relationship. It doesn't really matter if we the fans want them together. It doesn't really matter if we don't want them together. What matters is their happiness. Now, if they're happy together, all they have to do is find a way to fix it. Anyways, the doctor then moved on to ask Ike a very vital question, and he was like, Ike, is anybody forcing you on Mercy? And his response was no. Doctor asked him again, what keeps you coming back? I mean, you guys have a lot of quarrels and all of that. What keeps you coming back to her? And in Ike's words, she has a lot of good qualities, and we've had a lot of good times, okay? So whenever we have issues, I just look at the times we've shared from Biggie's house up until now. In fact, I even get scared of losing Mercy. And I'm like, oh, this guy is in love. Like, he gets scared of losing Messi. To be honest, that was actually a very sweet thing for Ike to say. Now, it was at this point that the doctor asked a question that I kind of missed last week. You know, I told you guys last week that the doctor said something about children and all of that, and I did not really hear him. So if you guys heard him correctly, let me know. Now, thank you to all of you who actually told me what he said, because what you guys wrote in the comment last week was actually what he said. Okay, you know, he was asking Messi a question. He was like, do you see Ike as the father of your children? And Messi's response was, I do, but he needs to make some changes. He needs to act like a man. And then when the doctor asked Ike the same question of whether he sees Messi as the mother of his children, he said, definitely, I see Messi as the mother of my children. But as a wife, I think that she needs to make some changes. I don't understand. Do you want her to be your baby mama? Which one is as the mother of your children? Yes. But as a wife, you know, some things have to be changed. You need to decide, because Messi is not about to be a baby mama, okay? We don't want that for our Messi, okay? If you want to be with her, be with her. Take all the nonsense. Just the same way she's willing to take all the nonsense that you are bringing. Because the truth is, both of you have nonsense. You know, you bring your nonsense, you bring the rubbish, join it together, mix it together, drink it, swallow it, and get married. That's all we're saying. And guys, let me just tell you, immediately Ike said that, the mess was like, you see, it's because of the response I gave. That's why he's saying these things. He just wants to revenge. And he's like, no, it's not really about revenge. That's basically how he feels about the whole situation. Now, the meeting was actually brief. I don't know if they're going to go for another session or not, but then he mentioned that he had a lot of other things to say. And according to Messi, she also feels like Ike did not say so much because she was there. She feels like if she wasn't there, if she wasn't in the picture, Ike was definitely going to say more to the doctor. And I'm like, Messi, how do you know that? This guy has actually said what he wants to say. I mean, he has told you that he wants you to be the mother of his children, but then wife, you know, some things are still pending. So what exactly do you want to hear from him again? Anyways, after they had the meeting, Ike was like, Messi, come, let me take you outside. I want to show you something. He obviously had a surprise for her. She didn't know what it was. We didn't know what it was either until they got outside. And guys, guess what? It was actually a dog. I know Messi has been gushing about a dog for a while now, and he finally decided to get her a dog. In his words, he got her that dog for 2 reasons. Now, the first one he mentioned is he knows that the dog would make her happy, you know, and the second one is that the dog is a test to the both of them. Now, he wants to see how well they can parent a dog before their children eventually comes. Guys, how smart. How smart. You know, when you take care of the dog, you bathe your dog, you feed your dog, then you obviously know that you can be a good parent. Let me know if that works, because dogs don't talk, but kids do. Okay, I know that your dog can be barking and can be shouting, but your children, they can talk. I know that you can train your dog, but you cannot train your children. So I don't really know. I get the idea. I know that when you're responsible for a dog, then there's a chance that you'll be responsible for your kids, or just about any other thing that you have. Because again, when you have some sort of attachment to the dog, when you cater to the dog's needs, when you love the dog, then there's a chance that you're going to love whatever else that is given to you, be it a child, I mean a human being obviously, and you know, just whatever else. So I don't think that's a bad idea, especially because Messi really loved the dog, and she actually named the dog Chanel. Chanel is a very beautiful name. I mean, Messi, bravo. Now let me just mention to you guys here, after she got the dog, these were the things she had to say. Ike is learning. He is becoming the man that I desire, and I just keep falling. I mean, my babe is falling deeply, you know. The love is inside the well, you know, and Messi, they just threw her inside that well, like, babe, just be falling and be going. So just in case, let's have our Ifami by the corner, so that when we notice that this place that she's falling into is too deep, like we don't understand, we'll just use our Ifami to bring her out. If you don't know what Ifami is, I don't know, I cannot help you. It's the rope that used to draw well. I don't know, none of you draw well when you were growing up, because I did, okay? We had well in our house while I was growing up, and you know, you drag it. That's why I have muscles. Better, just shut up and focus on the important things. Moving on from that, guys, Messi was on the phone with her elder sister Promise. You know, she was just telling Promise about the therapy session, how it went and all of that. Messi kept on gushing over this dog when she was talking to Promise. She was like, can you see my baby? Ike got this for me. She was so excited, and Promise was like, oh, you see? And Promise went on to tell Messi that Ike had told her before that he actually loves kids, and you know, that she believes him. So I feel like that's a good thing. Obviously, she has Messi's interest at heart. No sister would want her sister to fall into the pit. Oh, see rhymes. No sister wants her sister to fall inside the pit. Anyways, guys, Promise has been supportive and I really like her. Next up was in Ike's house. He was having a conversation with his parents. Guys, this is actually the first time Ike would speak to his parents on the phone. I know he has spoken to his sister and just a lot of his cousins and uncles and aunties, but this is the first time he would speak with his parents. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think he has, but anyways, he spoke to them today, and of course he mentioned to us that he really misses them and all of that. He spoke to his dad for a while, and then when it was time to speak to his mom, he mentioned to us again that his mom is the less friendly person. His mom is that one that will tell you, oh Ike, you're doing this wrong, you have to get it right, you need to act in a certain way, you need to behave this way, you need to do that. And of course, that's a typical mother. For me, I feel like those are the typical kind of things mothers say to their kids, and I'm actually proud to hear his mom say those things. It just means that she understands values. Now let me tell you why I said that. Ike had mentioned to his parents that, oh, I found a ring, the ring is like the most important thing I'm trying to get now and all of that. And his mom said something. His mom said, look, it's not about the ring, it's not about how much you spend getting the ring, it's about you cherishing her, it's about you treating her right, it's about you calling her parents, hearing from them once in a while, just making sure that you have the blessings of her parents. Because if you do not have her parents' blessings, then nothing is going to work. So he needs to be sure that he's doing the right things and not just focusing on the ring. And according to Ike, the reason his mom actually sounded that way was because she has seen his past relationships fail. Regardless of the effort he put into the relationship, he paid the rent sometimes, maybe bought a lot of gifts and all of that from prom days and all, but they all came crashing down. So the mom knows that, look, it's not about you going out to buy these things, it's about you actually putting yourself in that space where you're ready to be committed, in that space where you're ready to do things the right way, do things traditionally, basically. Now the next conversation was actually very brief, and it was a conversation between Ike and his cousin Pascal. They talked a bit about his Instagram account, and he mentioned that he would really love to use his page to promote upcoming talents and all of that, because again, he has a very sizable amount of followers, and then he also gets a very good amount of views. So if he promotes any new talent, the talent is definitely going to get visibility, and that's a way for him to actually give back and all of that. So I think that's a very fantastic idea. Now what I'm not sure about is if these talents are actually going to be paying for these services. But in my opinion, whether or not they are paying for it, the fact that he actually thought about it, the fact that he's even willing to do something like this is very impressive. Next was another phone conversation between Auntie Cleopatra and Ike. This time around she had called to find out if Ike had mentioned the meeting to Mercy, and just what her response was and all of that. She wants to be sure that they have a date so that they can all gather, talk about whatever it is that they want to discuss and just move on. And Ike is like, well, I'm working on it. I've told her. She said yes, she's going to be at the meeting. She was actually just trying to follow up with the meeting. Now after Ike had that conversation with her, he made it known to us that he's actually ready to make things official. He's actually ready to do things the traditional way. Guys, do I smell a wedding bell? Like, is this going to happen sooner than we had expected? It's not even sooner because we're expecting this thing since. But you guys think that this is going to happen anytime soon? Because this guy seems to be all about the ring, the proposal, doing things the right way, making things official. Like, I'm really happy to hear these things coming out from Ike's mouth. I just hope that on the next episode, he will not say something different. Because you guys remember that 2 weeks ago, he said he does not need Mercy. Last week, he said he cannot do with Mercy. Today, he wants to make it official. Who knows what next week is going to be, guys? I really don't know. Just let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section, okay? Now, speaking about them switching from being all loved up to arguing about things, guys, the conversation Ike had with Mercy on the phone wasn't actually a very pleasant one. Ike had video called Mercy and was like, yo, what's up with the meeting? Like, have you told Promise? Have you done this? And Mercy's like, are you trying to impose it on me? Are you asking me or you're trying to impose it on me? And Ike is like, I thought we had agreed on this meeting. I'm just calling to follow up. Why are you being all defensive and all? And Mercy's like, look, I have conditions for attending the meeting. First, they should make sure they're not talking about our relationship. Secondly, they should make sure not to be asking us personal questions about our private life and all of that. If they ask us these things, I'm not going to respond. And Ike is like, babe, calm down. Why are you taking this too serious now? It's not that deep. They just want to meet. They just want to know the next step and all of that. And Mercy's like, why are they even calling the meeting in the first place? My mom will never call you to be sanctioning you. I don't know why your own people are trying to call me to sanction me and all of that. My mom would only call you to check on you, to ask you how you're doing. And Ike is like, babe, calm down. I want you to relax your spirit. It's not that deep. For Ike, he actually feels like Mercy is just being nervous. You guys know how we ladies can be when a guy says, oh, meet my parents or meet my family. We're always trying to be all uptight. If you wear clothes, they open your breast before you go on, yeah. What's it they call this one? Up zipper. I don't know what that clothes is because I don't have it. If you're someone that has like 20 piercings, you want to remove everything and wear only one, obviously all you're trying to do is make a very good impression, because like they say, first impression is important. So for Ike, he feels like Mercy just being nervous because now it's not just about talking to them over the phone, it's about them sitting down and talking about their future together as a couple. I know for sure that a lot of ladies tend to be really nervous when it's time for them to meet their partners, family members and all of that. I don't know if it happens to guys. Now if you're a guy who is married or just in a very serious relationship, let me know how it was for you, because I don't know how it goes down for guys, so just let me know in the comment section, okay? Anyways guys, that was basically everything that happened on today's episode, but as usual they gave us an idea as to what's going to happen next week. You know, at the meeting, Ike's uncle kept on hammering, Ike, you need to show us some level of seriousness. You need to let us know that you're into this thing. You need to let us know that you want this thing to work. And in my mind, I'm like, you see, they're not even there to bash Mercy. They're actually here to bash Ike and tell him to do things right. And Mercy was just there smiling like, okay. I know that next week they'll go into details and they'll definitely have some things they want to say to Mercy. But then this part that they showed to us today actually means a lot to me, because now I can be rest assured that they're not there to outrightly bash Mercy. I mean, even if they have to say anything to her, they also have things they want to say to Ike. By the way guys, Mercy also went on to state a very important concern. In her words, my only problem here is the fear of not working out. That's actually what she said at the meeting. So I'm guessing she's going to say more. But then what can you guys make out of this sentence? For me, I feel like she really wants to be with Ike, but then she just has a lot of doubts, you know, a lot of fears, a lot of worries. You guys have heard her say before that Ike might probably leave her when he finds someone better or someone richer. You know, she just has a lot of fears, social media wahala. So I also do not think that her saying that should come as a surprise to us, because again, there's been a lot of uncertainties with their relationship. There's been a lot of ups and downs, and it's enough to make anybody sit down and ask, am I ready to do this? Is this going to work? But anyways, that's just my opinion. Let me know what yours are in the comment section. Let's have a conversation as usual. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please do hit the subscribe button, and please subscribe to my lifestyle channel. Now let me put this out there, because I know that I have a lot of new subscribers. I mean, well, at 21k, like, yo, thank you guys so much. But I know that some of you are not aware that I have another channel. Guys, this particular channel is where I put updates on, you know, reality shows and just trending issues. But then on the other channel, Betha's Corner, that's where I post more personal stuff. I do vlogs, I do cooking videos, just a lot of other personal things. If you're interested in that, please click on the link in the comment section. I'm definitely going to leave that link in the comments. I'm also going to leave it in the description box as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and I will definitely catch you guys tomorrow, because I mean, we have to pick up from where we left off with the Big Brother NAIJA reunion. Okay, thank you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.